What's going on, people? As you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you the different aspects of how to actually get good accuracy. I won't be going over the sniper rifles. I'll probably do that in another video, over the sniper rifles and how to get good accuracy with sniper rifles and other things like that. But this is just strictly on sensitivity wise and what you usually run with. Now, as of for me, I run with what do you call that? Let me show you. This is what I'm running at right now, people. As you can see, 4-14, disabled, bumper jumper, of course. And I use circle for the what do you call that? Slide. This isn't core. I'm going over different aspects of the weapons. So here's the KN-44. It's not a bad gun. It's actually a pretty decent gun in the beginning to use. But I mean, it's nothing as much as like how it would be. You know, it's just gonna be much easier to explain it like this. Okay. So some of you who actually do have this on, and some of you might be at like an 8. But we'll start off at the 4, the medium, because that's where everybody starts off at. Everybody starts off at medium. Oh my god, how could somebody play on this? Oh wow. How could somebody play on this? Explain yourself. How can somebody play on number 4? Oh wow. But anyways, some of you might start off at like a 4. And sometimes you got that one person that just jumps up in the air or slides past you and you can't turn around quick enough. So, if you can't turn around quick enough to be able to get those people, most of the time you might want to turn up your sensitivity, or maybe you might want to back out. But most people I go up against, they usually back out because they can't compare to me, because I'm at a 14-14. So if you moved it up to a 5, which I think that's pro sensitivity, I think he uses that, a 5. I don't know how you can use this, like that's just too weird. That's just so slow. But I mean, some people actually do like playing at a 5. I mean, it is really more accurate, but I mean, it just doesn't improve anything. But to improve your accuracy, you just gotta practice on bots. Figure out controls that you like to use, because let me see, I'm gonna change this real quick. Okay, so let's change the button layout to default. Okay, and I'm gonna change this too, real quick. Okay, now I'm at default. I'm at default for this right now. So I'm pressing X to move around, and circle 2. And I know most of you guys do this. You guys play with X and circle. And I don't really like to play with X and circle because it feels kind of weird. But I mean, that's how I used to play. So, most of you probably play claws. Some of you don't. So it's just really hard. But right now I'm going to play claw as of right now. I feel like it might be easier to use. But just practice on bots. Just practice on bots. When you get used to like your sensitivity, where you can actually get on them easily. So I keep on aiming in a little bit too fast because I'm always on that 14. But I mean, if you get used to them, like get used to how they move, and when you jump up in the air, because you do get target assist when you jump up in the air. When you're at a lower sensitivity. If you're below 8, you'll still get target assist in the air. But if you're not, then you won't get any target assist while in the air. If you're like above it, if you're above that type of sensitivity. Anyways, so most of my suggestion to people is just practice on bots. Just practice on bots. When you get used to it, put your sensitivity up higher. Just put it up higher each time. So we'll put it up 6-6. Okay, we got a 6-6. See, see, it's a little bit faster now. It's a little bit faster. I'm not gonna use my index finger anymore, but I mean, most of the time this is how people play. They play like this. Just like by sliding, jumping. But it takes longer to get by doing it like this. If you have money to buy a scuff, I wouldn't suggest buying a scuff. I would suggest saving your money for something a little bit better than a scuff. The scuffs really break a lot easily. But mine do. Well, I mean, it depends on how well you take care of your controller. Yeah, this is probably gonna be like a 40-minute video, or maybe less. It just really depends on how I actually describe it. And I know most of you guys can probably describe it more easily than I can. But I mean, I'm doing the best I can for describing things. It's not easy to describe something like this. It really isn't. But as I'm just saying this, just start off at your normal sensitivity inside a custom game and work your way up. If you want to try to figure out new control layouts, you can. Because when I first started out, I was just pressing X and circle the entire time with the index finger. Another thing is if you like to try to play on a higher sensitivity than you can't play. Okay, so say that you're on a let me see. Okay, say that you're on 6, right? But you want to play at a higher sensitivity, but I mean you don't like playing at a higher sensitivity because it's just too fast for you. My suggestion is either buy Control Freaks or something that makes your thumbsticks a little bit higher. Because when you do that, you gotta times it 2 times. So you see it's at high. And because I play with higher thumbsticks, it's easier to do like that. Because it makes you feel like you're playing at a 6. But really, you're turning a little bit faster than how you were. So it's easy to get used to. So if you need to get that quick turn on, like, it'd be easier to do like that. Different button layouts. So most people really don't like it if you play like a certain button layout. So you see how I have mine like flipped because I like to play with the top one. You see, those are the difference. Now, when I change the controls, you see people, my friend plays tactical, and I don't like playing tactical. I think that's kind of weird. Lefty is pretty much the same thing. But I don't get that. Nomad, I don't get that. But most people really run bumper jumper or stick and move. And when I first found out about stick and move, then yeah, I started playing stick and move a lot. Because I thought it was a little bit easier to do things. I like playing stick and move, but there's a lot of defects and a lot of bad things about it too. For one, it lowers your aiming. If you like to play at high sensitivities, it lowers your chance of actually hitting the target. So when you press it, it moves your gun slightly over when you're at a higher sensitivity. So you could be either like turning like this, and you'll still be shaking your gun a little bit over. I don't like that. But I mean, that's one good way to play stick and move. But I mean, I don't suggest playing stick and move because it actually could just like break your controller a lot faster than how you were, or how it was before. It's like you might have problems punching, or it might affect one of your side buttons, same as circle and X. So that basically changes that. So your X is basically the punch, and that's what I don't like about it. So most of the time when I used to play stick and move, I'd be running up on somebody and I thought I could punch them, but no, I pressed X. That's basically because you get so used to playing with this with a knife, or like with by pressing down. But it also takes away your ability to punch somebody as often. And then there's another one, which was the bumper jumper, as I was just playing not too long ago. Where was that? Oh yeah, that's right back here. Bumper jumper, and then there's bumper jumper tactical, which I never really understood that one. But I mean, this one, that's bumper jumper. Okay, so this is what I play. I play at bumper jumper because I like playing bumper jumper. I play with my middle finger on the button. If you can see right up there on the top of the corner screen, I like to press with that, but to move around, and shoot with the top. But because I don't think this is how bumper jumper should have been made. I feel like it should have been done a little bit better, like in my version, because my version is a little bit better than the original way. I think another YouTuber went over this before. I think his name is what was his name again? Hollow Points. If you look at Hollow Points, he plays just like how I do, like the same control layout. I'm the person who got the idea from him, but I just made it a little bit better than how he does. Because he tried to make one to where he how to play with the scuff for free, and then Pro actually did it too. So then I decided to make one too just later on because somebody asked me to. So people actually think I have a modded controller, scuff, because I play at a high sensitivity. No, none of the other stuff on it. Just a normal controller. I used to have a scuff, but scuff breaks pretty easily. You see, that's what I mean. I hate that. I hate that you can't slide because I kept on pressing that thing right there to slide. But Hollow actually did it much better than anyone else. It's basically when you change the controls on the PlayStation assignment. So here's a picture of this right here. It's basically just flipping that over to the other bottom bumper, because that's what I'm using. I'm using the top bumpers to shoot and aim. Then bumper jumper tactical. If you don't like doing that, where you have to use 2 fingers on the bumpers, 2 fingers, one on the top, one on the bottom, then you can play the bumper jumper tactical. And that's what most of my friends usually play when they're playing competitive. So it's not bad. I just feel it's kind of weird doing this. I just felt like they could have made the game a little bit better. But for one, I could see that that's going to be like a problem to people. They do that because basically people would do much more than they actually could, like back then. And people wouldn't be able to buy scuff controllers, which is basically why scuff is making their money, because it's much easier. So that's just the thing. You can't really like. It restricts you. You still have to move your finger over to punch because it replaces it with circle. That's one thing that I don't like. So then, let me see. Because, let's flip this over real quick to the bumper jumper, the normal one. I'm gonna put this on a high because we were just at an 8, so we're gonna put this up again. Put it up. M44. It's not that much of a gun. It has recoil. But with suppressor and everything else, it would improve your accuracy a little bit more. Because the bullet spray, when you have a suppressor on these guns, like think of it in logic, it's supposed to make your gun more quiet, but it really doesn't. It reduces the damage, but it improves your accuracy a lot better. So say for instance that you're far away, you can't get the kill. One of the main reasons why you can't get that kill is either the gun isn't cope with that much range, or you have to put long barrel on. Long barrel, it doesn't improve your accuracy, it just improves the distance of the damage that the gun can do. Okay, so I put suppressor on this gun as just a what do you call that? A way to show. So this is the class that I use if you're gonna play suppressed, or you don't even have to run anything on it. I mean, if you want to be able to have the best of accuracy, use a suppressor. It's easier. So as you can see right here, okay, let me go to the back here so that nobody can really get me. So as you can see right here, when I shoot, it does that. But I mean, the bullets don't spread like over there or over here or up there or there or there. It stays in one little circle area of where the sight could reach. So when you pull out the normal one without a suppressor, it goes everywhere like that. I'm moving it on purpose. That's how it is. So you'd rather have that than that. So now with the ICR, this is the ICR setup. This is about the same thing as how the default setup is. This is the default. Let me see, the default is right here. See, it's fast mags and suppressor. So suppressor actually helps the gun not jump as much. But I mean, I really like the suppressor because I need to get the damage. But I mean, it's not as different as the Cayen's way was. It has a little bit of kick, but I mean, it's actually easy to handle. So I don't know if you move like your thumbstick like this, if you look up at the top corner, like when you're aiming. Like, do you actually like try to control the recoil? Yeah, that's what I do. I try to control the recoil when shooting, but most people just leave it like down and then they just shoot. Like they don't even move at all. They just leave it like that. They just don't even touch the thumbstick. Once they get on the target, they mostly just leave it there, or they just follow it. Which most of the time I would try to do that, like try to follow. I try to follow up with the enemy himself, or not. Whatever you call it. So now we got the Kuda. The Kuda is one of them. Let me see you got this. Come on, punch me, punch me. Come on, come on, I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here. Really? You, shoot me, shoot me. Shoot me, shoot me. Okay, there we go. Okay, now, with the Kuda, this is my setup for the Kuda. This is my my mothership Kuda. This is the Kuda I could use to get nukes or motherships, even though I only got like one legit nuke. If you see, like for me, getting nukes isn't that hard. It's not that hard to really get any nuke. It just depends on what people you play against. But because I do competitive, I usually get nukes on competitive because I play against those people I know. Well, actually, people I've gone against, they become friends with me because they know I'm good. So we host like friendly, and we do donations to the hospitals and stuff like that. But we haven't done one in quite a while for these type of donations. Well, anyways, back to the gun. The Kuda is mainly like one of the most easiest guns to use, even for the sight, because it basically copies an UMP and a MP5. The gun's not hard to control, but the damage rate is pretty not that good. So I put long barrel on it, and it also, because of the it's a submachine gun, that means you can shoot a little bit further for damage. So let me see. Let's see. Nope, there's another guy there. I want to try to get somebody at a further range. Okay, that was a guy. I'm trying to get my aim on this guy. That's why I don't like to play with the target assist or aim assist, because then I can't target out with that one person because the gun moves on the side. But I mean, long barrel basically adds more of the damage at range. So like, you'll still have the same amount of shots to do it at some person. Like, see, one. Okay, I see I got 2 bullets into that dude, but I mean, I didn't get the kill. Okay, I think that's like 4 shots. That's the average shot that it would be. So if you don't have long barrel, it would be 5 to around 6 shots. It depends on where you shoot them. It really depends. It really depends. If you shoot them in the arm, it would be 5 to 6 shots, or the legs. If you shoot them in the upper body, it'll be 4 to 3 shots. And 2 if you get 1 in the head and 1 in the chest. here's the Man of War. Man of War got lots of kicks. Man of War is one of the best guns and one of the most underrated guns that takes no skill at all. It takes no skill. This gun. This is a no skill weapon. And that is why this gun's overpowered. Okay, now let's put the sensitivity up. This time I'm gonna put it up to 11, so most people really move up a little bit higher to try to get used to it. Okay, it feels normal. One of the main things I see about this gun as being like no skill is because even without anything, it still shoots pretty straight. It only takes 2 shots. It only takes 2 shots. That's all it takes is 2 shots. This is the setup I had here. That's the setup I had for the Kuda. And that is the setup I had for the ICR. But the Man of War takes no skill. You see it's quick draw stock and fast mags. But if you don't like to run around and all that, you can take off the stock. That's just if you don't like it. If you don't even like the dot sight, you can use the regular sight if you want to. But I suggest the dot sight because it's much easier. But the Man of War takes no skill. It's like a 2 to 3 shot gun at any range, anywhere on the body. So you see, it's a 3 shot. So it's a 3 shot or below the waist, and it's around a 2 to 3 shot above it, like for real. I don't know what happened there. But I mean, it's mostly around there. Rarely you would ever get a 4 shot, which is very rare. It's very rare that you would actually get 4 shots. That's why the Man of War is overpowered. Not just that, but it shoots pretty good without actually having it bounce as much. Because most of those shots will always hit somebody, even if you're not on point with the target. You see, like you'll always get the kill somehow. Like, I won't even move it right here. I'll just keep it straight down. You see, it actually aims pretty straight. I'm not even moving the thumbstick to actually compare it. But I mean, that's how it's like. It takes no skill to use this gun. Even when you're in the air, it still gets the target pretty good. Even while wall running too. The only thing I can see that this gun can have very bad flaws is either the reload or how many people actually come across. Because you might come across like a good amount of people with this gun. And when you get shot, it either moves your gun side to side. See how the sight moves side to side like this, like that, like it moves side, like that. That's one of the bad things about this gun, is that the sight lifts up when you get hit by a shot. So that could reduce your accuracy. But I mean, I'm just telling you guns that are good with the accuracy and stuff. Now onto the Vesper. The Vesper has a high fire rate. It has a really high fire rate for the Vesper. I see. Did you kill me? The Vesper has a very high fire rate. I like the gun. I actually enjoy it. The gun is actually very OP. For some people, the Vesper is not the best gun to use. But for me, I actually like the gun. I've almost dropped a nuke with this gun. I still gotta have a chance to try to do that, to try to drop a nuke with this gun. But this gun is a hip fire gun. It's not an aim gun where you can actually shoot while aiming. If you want the class that you can use for aiming without a sight or anything like that, I'll probably make a video on that. But this gun takes skill to use. It takes a lot of skill. But because of me, because I'm so used to the gun, I don't really call it a skill weapon. I usually call it like a cheat weapon. See, get on the hip fire. So for most people, it'd be really hard to control for people, because some people would just like to spray it out like that. You see how it just goes up in the air, like everywhere? That's one of the main things. So there's a pattern to how this gun actually shoots, and I can just show you why. I can just show you. Okay. So this is the pattern. For this gun, as you can see on how it goes, it starts off here, moves its way up, down, and over here. And it does it again over and over and over. So you want to match that pattern. You just want to match that pattern when you're shooting. Just match the pattern. And that's basically how you cheat the gun. Because that's how it's going to be shooting. It's going to be going like that all over. So just match the gun and just just try to copy what it does. Just try to copy it. Even when hip firing, you gotta try to copy it. You see, it just sprays out like that. That's not for doing anything. When you aim down the sight, it goes pretty straight. Because you have to how do I explain? Okay, look over to the right corner. Look over to the right corner. You see where I try to match it up. I try to match up the video to what I'm doing. Because I actually pull it down. I pull down the sight. Like I move down like that, like this little pattern. And that's what I do for every time when I shoot. When I start to shoot, I look down. I look down. So at that speed right there, you see how that speed is right there? And let's see when I shoot. It makes it a little bit slower. That's basically what you want to do. But if you see it going to the side like this, you gotta try to center it again. Try to center it. Just try to center it like that. Just try to center it, but don't make it go to the side. And that's basically how you do it. Okay, so now let's put it up to the higher sensitivity. So here's the higher sensitivity. Insane, insane. This is what I run at. This is what I always run at 14, 14. It depends on, it really doesn't matter what gun or what game I play. I'll still play the higher sensitivity. That's why I don't like having aim assist on. Damn it. But I mean, most of you guys will play with aim assist because it is a little bit faster than anybody else who would play at this sensitivity. But basically, why some of my friends call me a crack addict or a meth addict or meth head, whatever you want to call it. Some guy playing on drugs with insane speed. But I mean, playing on 1414 isn't like the best thing for everybody. It really takes a lot of practice to actually play at a 1414. So what I usually do is when you see mannequins around, like if you see a lot of mannequins out in the open, practice on them. Practice looking around at them. So try to practice your movements. I practice on every map that I play. See how there's a mannequin there? I always think of one like being right there, because that's usually where people are. They're usually like right there. A lot of people are there, so I just practice running by, just like do this. I try to get into this area at least. I'm just trying to imitate what a person would actually be like when they're playing on 1414. So you want to be like that. You want to be always running up on them. You want to practice your turning, your jumps, because playing on 1414 affects your jumping too. So if you turn a little bit too quick, you could go the other way. So you see, like you can go back if you wanted to. But I mean, it really depends on how you control it. Most of the people who play 1414 either get stuck when they lose somebody, because like I usually lose a lot of people when I'm playing on 1414. So one guy might hop over me, or he might juke me like this. Like might do that. Say like there's a guy that's I'm gonna hop over. I'm just gonna push forward. I'm gonna push forward and then jump back, so that he thinks that I turned around. And I've done it quite a few times. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually done that quite a few times. But those are just hints, just for you guys to be able to play against people like that, or if you see somebody do that, or like somebody on the ground and he's not really playing at a high sensitivity at all. Yeah, that's just my idea of how to explain that. But I mean, for some people, it really isn't easy. It's not easy to do things at 14-14. But if you think you can actually handle it, just practice with friends. Just try to practice with friends. Okay, now let's go over to where I play, on how I like to play. See, I don't have vibration on because it actually messes up your aim a lot. So because of me, I wear glasses because I really strain my eyes out a lot. You don't want to play on big screen TVs. Don't play on big screen TVs while playing at 14-14. Not the good idea. Not the best good idea. Without target assist, it actually makes your gun a lot more accurate than how it is, because it's basically like playing PC. It doesn't jump as much as how it does for the other guns, like you see. It stays like relatively in the middle. A lot easier. So let's put this back on. Okay. We got it like that. Want to see the difference? That is the difference. That is the difference when you have that on. That's why I play with it off. Because it makes everything much easier. It makes you more accurate. But it makes you 10 times faster than you ever were. So you see? It doesn't move as much. It doesn't move as much as how it does for the other people. Even for far range. Just practice. Just raise your sensitivity slowly. That's the only thing I could actually give you advice for. Just raise it slowly from where you are at. Use your normal sensitivity, and then raise it up slowly over time. For me, it takes about like maybe 24 hours at the max for somebody actually who's trying to play at a 14-14. Like just move it up. Just move it up. Slowly. And you know, playing out at that 6 and that 8 kind of got me a little bit mixed up a little bit at the sensitivity. But I suggest the Man of War being one of the overpowered weapons to use for, what do you call that? Very good sensitivity and how to get that good accuracy on your weapons. Okay, this is the heaviest assault rifle that there is, other than the LV8. But this actually shoots, I think, 45? No, more like 50. $50 or 35? 50 or 35. Or 45. This gun is really powerful too. So it doesn't take that much to kill somebody. And that's about it. I ain't got nothing else to say other than just that. So hopefully you liked the video, which I'm pretty sure you won't, or you guys won't understand what I'm talking about. But I mean, if you want to find someone else to listen to, go watch Hollow Point and search up how to get good at sensitivity, either Black Ops 3 or World War II, how to improve your accuracy. Most likely it's going to pop up Hollow Point or Prestigious Key. Those are one of the main people that pop up for these type of things. But I mean, that's how they explain it. They explain it a little bit better. A little bit better. So my controls, just as I said it, and how I'm showing it, that's the way I play. So I hope you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to tune in for my live streams that I do. And there's always content every day. So, yeah. Peace out, people.
You niggas said it hurting me, I ain't hurting you. Get the fuck up on my fucking face before I murder you. Bitch niggas always jacking blood, but I know they fool. Whole squad full of fucking killers, I'm a killer too. Selling shots, nigga. Everybody